There we go. All right, guys. So, I tried out a few new products today. The Golden GAC 900 says it's heat set fabric painting medium. So I was very interested in this stuff to see how it works. So I mixed a little of this with some air dry paint, and I put it right here on this limb, as you can see, this blue. And it definitely, actually it's still a tiny bit warm. I just got it out of the oven. It definitely is not coming off. And I did heat set it. I heat set it exactly how I would heat set my Genesis if I was using Genesis. Actually, I'm getting some crud off there from where I did on this side. But anyway, the only thing I see with this is it is super shiny. You can't really feel anything on it, but it is super, super shiny. So I don't know if I mix some super matte medium in with the mixture, if maybe that'll tone down some of the shininess, but it did heat set, guys. It really did, and I'm shocked, but it worked. My next big find that I was so excited about today is I mixed, this is a super matte medium, thick gloss reducing medium for acrylic colors. Now I haven't tried this on Genesis. I will. I'm getting ready to show you guys on this GAC painted. I will try this on Genesis. It says not to use it as a varnish, and what it is, I love the texture of it. I'll open it up so you guys can see it. It's thick. I love the texture. I loved how it went on, but I mixed it with, this is supposed to be, I think, an A. I will put a link to this. I've got this on Amazon. I'll put a link to this in the comments, as well as all these products. I'll put a link to all these in the comments where I got them at on Amazon. But this, guys, I really love it, and this is for airbrush. It's an airbrush varnish. The thing I didn't like about it, of course, I need to shake it really good right now, that it is so watery. But when I mixed it with the matte medium, oh my gosh, I love the results and I love the texture. So I have put it on an air dry toddler doll that I'm working on. Hopefully we'll see how that's going to hold up, but I have some mixed right here in this cup. I had some left over, so I thought, well, since this is so shiny, we will see how it works on that. But I just mixed equal amounts of the super matte medium with equal amounts of this varnish. What is it? Mecca varnish, water-based acrylic air dry varnish, and it's matte varnish. I'm actually really liking this, guys. So I just mixed equal amounts, and this is what I came up with. Is this, I like the consistency of it. I got some blue in that brush. I like the must be the brush I used to put the paint on. I like the consistency of it. I like the way it works. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put just a little bit on this sponge, just so I have some, not pulling all my product off. But I had leftovers from where I was doing my air dry baby. But this is how I did her, and she is super matte right now. I'm super impressed. I ain't super impressed with the dirt I'm getting right now. But I worked it just as I would work Genesis. I'm trying to keep things just as familiar to me as possible. Don't pay any attention to the little specks. That's just coming from the other side where I've practiced on it, and I have literally just got so much stuff on this thing. So as you see, this is starting to dry super matte. Let me put some right here on this foot where it's super shiny. And I can see the texture. I don't know if you guys can see. It has some texture to it. So that's why I'm really liking it, and I'm not picking up any of that paint. I used paint and the equal amounts of the GAC 900 golden heat set fabric painting medium. It makes any acrylic paint a heat set. And it did that. It really did. And I heat set this, and it worked well. It just come out so super shiny. But look how matte that is, guys. That is like super matte. I am so enjoying. I'm gonna put a second coat on it just for the heck of it. Just see what would happen if we did 2 coats of this stuff. Now, if this will work over Genesis, oh my goodness, we will be in business. I have it on air dry right now, and I'm going to let her dry. I'm going to let her cure for 24 hours, and tomorrow afternoon I will come back up here and put her to the test and, you know, see if it left any white specks or any of that stuff that some varnishes do. This was our lid from the other day that we did. See the shiny and the not shiny. So actually I'm going to put some of this on here on this side just to see what I can get it to do. I'm actually enjoying working with these. I really am. So we'll see what that does. Now you see the texture. Can you see it? I'd be interested to see if this is more matte than this. I'm not mistaken, this was the thickened medium, and the matte velvet by Reborn FX, which, as you can see, is pretty darn matte. It's pretty darn matte. So I was liking that. This plainly says 100% acrylic medium that lowers gloss when added to other acrylic products. Blend with acrylic gels, mediums, and colors until desired sheen is achieved. Do not use as a varnish. Always test on your application. So, you know, testing is what we're doing. I'm not using it as a varnish. I mix the varnish with it. So if you can mix the paints and things, I don't see why you can't mix the varnishes, right? We'll put it to the test and see how it holds up on this air dry baby. She's actually not looking bad. I posted some pictures of her. My biggest problem, if any of you guys do air dry paints, my biggest problem right now is like creases, getting it to blend, getting the paint to blend and flow like Genesis blends and flows. You know, we're used to having that time where we don't have to really work with it, and we can just leave it, but I can't do that with air dry. I tried. It didn't work. It dried really quick. But I'm having trouble getting it to blend, to feather out and blend really pretty in the creases like I'm used to. Yeah, see, this is starting to really matte down. Actually, it may be even matter than this. I'm telling you guys, this may be, we may be onto something with this right here. I'm excited. I'm excited, and I mean, it says you can't use it as a varnish, but you can mix it with other air dry paints and things, or other mediums. It even says other mediums, with acrylic gels, mediums, or color. So I mixed it with the varnish, and it's already super matte. It's a thick gloss reducing medium for acrylic colors. And this, of course, a lot of this writing's in Chinese, so I can't read it. Wait a minute. Let me remove this. See if this is in. Oh goodness. Why do they always put the stickers right over the directions? It don't make any sense. It really doesn't, guys. Let's see what this says. Water-based acrylic varnish, shake well, apply with a brush or airbrush in thin layers, fast drying, exceptional adhesion on all types of plastics, vinyls, wood. It's got a whole list of things. Great resistance to impact and scratches. 24 hours after application. Used directly or diluted with, oh, that's a Vallejo. Belly Joe airbrush thinner. And I do have some airbrush thinner, but there's no way I was thinning this down. But if you see, you can see where the product settles. So you really have to shake this really, really well. But here's what we're working with. And this is not, I love the texture of it. Can you hear it? It's got some texture to it. I do love that it's got texture. See? Yes, it does. And this is our test piece that I just did. It took every bit of that shine away. Oof, what did I get on these toes? Goodness. I got stuff all over my work desk. But this limb has seen better days. This will be the last little test I do on this poor little limb. I don't know if I'm going to strip it or just toss it. Sometimes I feel like if I put way too much product on it and then I have to strip it, it's not even worth trying to go back in and reuse it. But I like this. I do like this. So this may work, right? We'll see. Now the GAC 900, like I said, I got this golden product and I got this off of Amazon. Now, I wonder if I can mix the GAC with the matte. The GAC, when mixed with the color, worked great. It allowed it to become a heat set paint. Now, it will dry, but it allowed me to heat set that paint and set it into the vinyl. And it did that beautifully. I was actually very impressed, guys. I was very impressed. But it came out so shiny. So I wonder if I mix a little bit of the super matte medium in with this and the color, if it would be a little less shiny. We'll try that. But this is 100% acrylic medium modifies paint for a soft hand and increased longevity on wearable fabric. Must be heat set. Mix 1 part of GAC 900 to 1 part golden acrylic colors and allow to dry completely, and then heat set as followed. And then it gives like, because you know this is actually created for fabric, so it gives like an iron setting, or you can throw it in the clothes dryer for 30 or 40 minutes. But I literally just put it in there just like I would. I did 8 minutes, just like I would 255. Is that what I normally do? I don't know. Level 6 on my oven. But I did it for 8 minutes and it totally set. It was set. And I was really shocked, and it didn't lose a lot of the color either. A lot of times air dry paints, when you mix them with other things, lose their color. But this works really well. And I'm not getting any kind of wipe off, see? Nothing. Just scrub this. Now I'm tearing my sponge up. But I can just scrub it and no paint. No paint. I'll have to put it to the magic eraser test and see how it works. But anyway, here's our lid. Looks really good, doesn't it? Do I have a... Oh, let me grab a lid that's not so... it's not got anything on. There's the difference. So, yeah. I'm interested to keep working with this. It might make a really good varnish, guys. I'm definitely going to be trying it over some heat set paints, and when I do, I will definitely let you guys know. I'm not brave enough to try it over a kit that I'm working on right now. I have several kits that I'm working on, but like I said, I've got other test limbs, so I think what I'm going to do is do a test limb and put it through the test, just like paint it just like I normally would with Genesis heat set paints, do all my layering and things like that, and then test that and see how it works. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful, and I will later on this afternoon I will sit down and grab you guys up the links to all these products in case you want to try them for yourself. Bye.